I received the following questions from 3 of my viewers. Let's take a look at it. The first one is Ako Ito. This is me. Nice name. I didn't know that SS benefit, that Social Security benefit, will be reduced if I am receiving foreign benefit. Thanks. Again from the same person. Follow-up question. Why will SS benefit from US will be reduced if receiving SSS benefit from the Philippines? SSS means Social Security System. So if you are receiving Social Security System benefit, pension payment, Social Security payment, it will tend to review your Social Security in the US. That is his question. Black Mamba responded, it is due to a Windfall Elimination provision, WEP, as it applies to foreign pensions. WEP is mentioned on page 2 of your Social Security Administration statement. It is a complicated subject. It's true, very complicated. There are several other YouTube videos that covers WEP in greater detail. Then the last one, Jose Amor. Vlogger Grandpa, magandang umaga, hapon at gabi. Can you kindly do a vlog covering the technicalities of both US and the Philippine Social Security benefit? Very interesting. That's what we'll talk about. Stay with me. First of all, let's talk about what this vlog is all about. This is an opinion vlog. I am not saying that what I'm saying has legal basis. I tried to research on this and there is nothing specific to the Philippines other than some people commenting that their Social Security in the United States is being impacted by the Social Security system payments in the Philippines. I was scratching my head. Why is that? That's a good question. But I cannot find any specific data on this. And this, as you know, as Black Mamba said, this thing is very complicated. You need to be a rocket scientist to understand this thing. So what I'm going to tell you is just my opinion, strictly my opinion. People should understand, first of all, what exactly is their status. Are they an American citizen? Are they a permanent resident? Are they a Filipino citizen? Are they dual citizen? Which is completely different from being Filipino. All the above that I mentioned are Filipinos. But there's a distinction between a Filipino citizen and a non-Filipino citizen. You could be Filipino, but you may not be a Filipino citizen. That is the first thing you need to know. Do you have citizenship in the US? Are you subject to US tax law? Again, this is just my opinion. That is the reason why I put a disclaimer at the beginning of this video. Let me tell you what I think. In some of the provisions, it specifically says expat. And expats are like US citizens who go somewhere else in another country. Therefore, they are still subject to US law. As you know, US is one country that taxes you on everything that you earn, regardless of where you live. You could live in Alaska, not Alaska, Alaska is part of US. You can live in Africa, you can live in all these little tiny countries. If you are an American citizen, whatever you make is subject to US tax law. And that is different from Social Security, and we have to make that distinction here. But Social Security, obviously, is also a US law. Now, in my opinion, they are talking about US citizens and even non-US citizen. If you're a permanent resident of this country, you have a green card, but somehow you have permission to be out, and you are still covered by the US law. Many Filipinos started life in the Philippines, started working in the Philippines, maybe for 8 years, 10 years, 20 years before coming to the US. So at the time they're working in the Philippines, they're not subject to US law. After they become a permanent resident or a US resident in the US, at that point, anywhere they go will be subject to tax. So the problem is this person who is asking me the question did not give me complete information. And even if he did, I probably won't have the answer anyway. But at least it will be clear in my mind, why is it happening? If you are a US citizen, for example, well, there was a time when I saw a job at Carnation. Carnation, the manufacturer here in the US, had a job opening in the Philippines. Had I applied in the Philippines and it was approved and I went to the Philippines, maybe my salary will be paid in the Philippines, maybe US standard salary, hopefully, would be paid in the Philippines, and I'll be subject to Social Security law in the Philippines. So when I receive the benefit of Social Security, because during that time I'm a US citizen, I will be a subject of the US law, Social Security law. And any earnings I make there, and I cannot tell you if my earnings there will also be subject to Social Security in the United States if I'm getting paid in the Philippines. I don't know that. But maybe they have a record, because I know one thing, the income I will get paid in the Philippines will also be subject to US law, except for some earned income exclusion that is allowed by the United States. And even that, US will have a record of my working in the Philippines. Now, in contrast, if all the time before coming to the US, before you became a subject of US law, you were working in the Philippines, US does not have a record of that. And there should be a Chinese wall between Philippines and the US. Whatever you earn in the Philippines is Philippines. So when you retire and you get paid here, in my view, US should have no business touching that Social Security payment by the Philippines, and therefore should not affect your Social Security in the United States. Again, that's my opinion. Now, if the people who are sending me this note, and there are more notes that I'm getting regarding this, if you are getting penalized, I sure as hell would raise the question to the Social Security Administration, because keep in mind, Social Security Administration in the US are also run by people, and people make mistakes. So if they're taking into account, for example, they may ask you, are you receiving pension? And of course, you probably say yes. And let's say the pension you're receiving is something earned before you became a subject of US law, before you became a US citizen or a US resident. That is not, should not be a subject of taxation. And therefore, it should be treated separately. Now, in contrast, if you are already a US citizen in the United States and you went to the Philippines and then you continued working, now you become subject. And I believe that is what they're addressing here when they talk about expats. You are already a US citizen or resident and you went to another country, retired, or maybe worked, continued to work. I believe that is when the benefit you will receive is going to be taken care of. And now, I am also not sure if in that situation they would take into account your earnings overseas in the calculation of the benefit you will be receiving here in the United States. And therefore, to the extent you did not contribute to the US Social Security system during the time you were in the Philippines, obviously you will get penalized. It will tend to reduce the benefit you're getting in the US, assuming the earnings is also calculated in your US benefit, for the benefit you're getting from overseas. Now, again, this is strictly my opinion, and this did not happen to me because I only worked for about 6 months in the Philippines, so it's nothing. As a matter of fact, when I was in the Philippines, they asked me if I would like to pay a lump sum payment so that I will get the monthly benefit. Well, that didn't make sense. I did my financial calculation at that time, and I was not thinking about WEP because I was not aware of the existence of WEP. And I said, gee, it's going to take me so long to recover the money that they're asked, the lump sum money that I will pay them. That's crazy for me to participate in that. So I'm not receiving any Social Security benefit in the Philippines. This is a very interesting topic, and I wish some of you could contribute by telling me what your experience has been. Don't just tell me that you are being penalized. After they tell you you are being penalized, after you tell me that, yes, I am being penalized, tell me what your status is. Is the benefit you're getting benefit you earned when you were not a U.S. citizen or permanent resident? You were isolated from the U.S. If that is the case, like what I said, I would question Social Security Administration. Why is that? Because I believe, again, I could be wrong, I believe that you should not be a subject of that WEP, meaning Windfall Elimination provision under the code. Okay? So this is what I can share with you. I'll appreciate it if you educate me also by sharing with me the information that you have. And again, just to repeat, don't just tell me, oh yeah, that's being deducted, period. Tell me what your status is at the time that you are earning something in the Philippines, the credits and the amount of money you are earning in the Philippines. This way I will know better how to respond to it. I got these comments, and I did hear this from several people that their Social Security is being reduced, but they did not tell me their background. Maybe they were already U.S. citizen. A lot of people, by the way, here is one example. A woman was born in the Philippines. Her father was American, so her father got her a birth certificate. Then one time she was leaving the Philippines, she cannot leave because she overstayed, because she was an American citizen. She did not even know that. All along she said, I'm Filipino, what's going on? Right. So the same way, you may be subject to tax and you did not even know about it because since you were born, you became a U.S. citizen and you did not even know about it. So I hope this is understood, and let me emphasize again, this is just my opinion. This is not a legal opinion. This is just a personal opinion, and I'll appreciate it if you can share with me your experience and background. Thank you so much for watching. I'll appreciate it if you share this with others, and please do click like and do subscribe to my channel unless you have already done so. Make it a great day, and God.